Welcome to Talking with Soup. I'm Dan Campbell. This is Vic from Pierce the Veil.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, it's
That's
like
awesome.
a Talk Soup parody.
Talking with Soup.
Talking with Soup.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Clever, but not really. How was your meet and greet and your lunch and your running?
I went for a run today in Florida. That's
Right
That's
after
always
lunch, too.
yeah. I ate a hamburger and then went running. That probably wasn't a good idea.
And didn't vomit.
I'm not. I'm not like a personal trainer or anything, so I don't really know how to do any of this. I just kind of do it. I just go.
You should ask Zach.
I just start. Yeah, Zach from All Time Low is like a pro.
Will train you.
Well, I did push. He taught me to do some pull-ups the other day, like some crazy ones, and he like trained me with it and like held me and did all this crazy stuff. And the next day I hurt for like 4 days. He's insane.
He's always there catering to be like, don't eat that cupcake. Like he tells me every day.
Yeah.
So we had the last 2 days off. I talked to you guys, and they told me that on most off days, you kind of go off by yourself.
Yeah.
You have solo adventures. So what happens?
I go rogue a lot.
What happens when you go rogue? Is it a secret double life? Or
Yeah, it's like a fight club thing.
it's a fight.
Yeah, the whole every city have a group of dudes that we just fight each
We
other.
just beat each other up. Yeah.
No, dude, I just like, I mean, I see these guys, I see them enough, you know?
Fair.
I mean, we're all, you know how it is. You're around all your dudes 24/7, and usually just when I get to a city, I like to go, you know, just get off the bus a little bit, get some fresh air, skate around the city, walk around the city, go to like cool spots, find like restaurants, you know. I don't know. I like getting to know a city, and then when you come back to it, knowing where you are. You know,
Yeah,
I
knowing
love that.
what you-
I love that feeling of like whether it's like in Amsterdam or like or Germany or wherever. You know, like all of a sudden you're like, oh, I know exactly where I am. You know, like
I like the feeling of knowing, like, oh, we're in this place, so my favorite restaurant here is this, and I'll
Exactly.
go there to start. Do you always start by trying to find, like, I know a lot of guys are like, okay, time to start my day, let's find the coolest coffee place I can find, or the coolest comic shop, or do you have any goals that you start with?
I usually just start with food, going to find a restaurant, and then I'll end up just, you know, going as far as I want, and you know, just kind of, or if there's like a cool, I don't know, thing around there, like a landmark, you know,
Yeah,
that I want to
the
go
Bean
see.
in Chicago
Yeah,
or
exactly,
something, yeah.
exactly. I'll go like check that out.
On tour, a lot of the times, we'll have a tattoo artist come out, and he'll do pretty much everyone in my band but me. I don't have any tattoos. I saw the same thing happen to you guys in this tour. Came out, did everyone in your band but you.
Yeah.
So you have no tattoos.
No tattoos.
But if I forced you to get one,
Right.
what would you get? Because I always think to myself, oh, there's a tattoo artist coming out, and it'll probably be cheap, and he'll do a good job. Maybe I should get this thing, and I'll think
Right.
about something, and then I'll decide not to, always.
Right.
What have you thought about getting? What if you
Well,
had to get one?
If we were gonna do it, I've always been a big fan of like the really good portraits. You know, when people have like amazing portrait work. So I'd probably get some sort of super Mexican gangster looking portraits of like my old lady right here. You know, and her name, and then like her like boobs out, and me like on a horse, like holding her,
Holding her
you
on the
know,
horse.
like a warrior.
That's incredible.
Something like that.
Have you ever seen? I saw these at the Detroit Institute of Art. There were these paintings in the modern art section where, I guess this artist, I'm gonna totally blow because I don't know his name, but
Right.
will go into a bad part of the city and find someone and be like, I'll pay you, whatever, a couple $100 to stand for a painting, and he'll do these like classic style paintings of like men on horses, but it's a
Right.
guy like in Tim's like smoking a blunt.
Right.
It's they're cool. That's
pretty
kind of what I
awesome.
imagine being on your art.
That's great.
Before Pierce the Veil, you were in a band called Before Today.
Yes.
And that was for a pretty substantial amount of time, right?
It was it was the first band that it was our high school band basically.
Yeah.
Before that we were called Early Times, which was a whiskey, and we couldn't continue with that name when we got signed to Eagle Vision Records. And so yeah, that was like our our high school band, played
And you guys were
played
grinding
parties,
it out.
played played whatever we could get, and then we did about a year of touring after we got signed and did a record, and band broke up, just too much drama going on in that band, too much craziness, and then me and Mike, my brother, just kept making music, and
So
it worked out.
I think that a lot of people miss out on the fact that when you are in a developing band, that you you also a lot of the times have a part-time job. Did you have to work any part-time gigs when you were working with Before Today, or even early years in the Veil?
I had a couple just random jobs growing up. I was a soccer referee.
I've heard about that.
I used to referee soccer all the time, which was very stressful.
I was hoping to get a story or two out of the soccer.
I think the one that made me quit was I was refereeing this game, and it was like young kids. They were like maybe like 12 years old or something like that, and they were like super aggressive. One was like this ghetto Mexican team playing this other team, and they were freaking crazy. Like, I remember this kid slide tackled this other kid. Kid's on the ground, and he gets up and kicks him in the stomach while he's down. And I was like, oh shit.
That's a red card.
So I was like, red card, you're out. Like, you gotta go. And then like the kid's family starts rushing the field at me, like what the fuck, man? What? You know, like trying to fight me. And by the end of the game, I was just scared to go to my car. Like, I thought I was just gonna get fought by like some
soccer gets
like,
serious
crazy
in San Diego. It's a serious
so,
thing down there.
So after that, I hung up my you know,
stripes,
my,
I guess.
my black and white shirt.
Yeah.
And then you know, and I would work with my dad. He's a painting contractor. He paints houses and stuff. So I would be like sanding.
I had that
whatever.
job. I had that job.
Staircases and painting.
Standing something that's right over top of you, just flexing it,
just,
falling into your eyes.
Sand in your eyes, just be like, this sucks.
That was my first job ever, and I would, I had like a little crappy boombox that I would plug in, and I only had like 2 CDs with me, so I would listen to the Get Up Kids 4 Minute Mile on repeat. I would just sand shutters.
Dude, I totally used to listen to Get Up Kids when I was like, but mine was the tape player. I had
classic.
a tape player and like headphones on, and I think I had like a mix that I had going. And
I was about to say, if you have a Get Up Kids cassette, I would like to buy it from you.
I don't think I had a cassette of them actually, but I think this was actually pre Get Up Kids, but I remember that.
Yeah. Now, I heard you hate Sandra Bullock.
Where did you hear this?
I heard that everyone was going to go see Gravity,
Yeah.
and you were hard stance. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I hate Sandra Bullock.
I don't
I'm
know,
not
dude.
going.
There's something about her.
So what did she do to you?
I'm not the only one though. I met a girl the other day that said the same exact thing. Like, can't stand her voice, can't stand like. She's up there with like Hillary Swank for me. I don't know, just something.
And
about,
you hate her.
Something about their face. You know, you meet some people and like you just don't like their face. Something about it. Not like you. I love.
No,
I
love
your face.
That's a great face.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Just acne
Humbling.
at 27 years old. I'm really killing it.
It's alright. It's alright, bro.
You know what? Someone.
Before you know it, you're gonna be one of those proactive like
Me
sponsors.
and Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
The dream come true. Or was it Jessica
Hey,
Simpson?
I'm Soupy.
Try
Mandy's
proactive.
proactive every single day.
I'm now 28,
I'm
but
28 years old and I shouldn't have this, but
this shouldn't be a problem for me. You know, I heard someone. Well, we did an interview once with someone that was like, "I hate Jeremy Piven."
Okay.
That's why do you hate Jeremy Piven? Like, because he got mercury poisoning from eating too much sushi. And I was like, why? That's not a reason to hate someone.
That's really not a reason. Yeah.
That's not a. Because I feel like it happens
They don't like
to.
this diet.
I think it happens to you and I a little bit, or I'm sure it happens to you. It definitely happens to me, where I'll see kids on the internet that think I don't see it. I see that shit. That are like, dude, I fucking hate this guy. Like, I don't know you. You can't hate me.
You gotta be like Jay and Silent Bob and go find him and beat him up.
Just start a list.
Yeah.
Have some sort of.
Start a list and start crossing off kids. Little Jeremy Johnson gonna get
I'm
you,
coming
man.
for you, motherfucker. LaxBro42069 on Twitter. I see you. But do you then? You ever think about when you hate Sandra Bullock that someone out there hates you for no reason too?
Oh, I'm sure people hate me.
Maybe we should apologize to Sandra.
I'm sorry, Sandra.
She's watching
right now. I'm so sorry.
I guarantee Sandra Bullock's gonna see this.
I loved you in Speed.
I heard that growing up, you and your brother had dueling closets, like a closet
We
that
did.
went through each of your rooms.
Yeah, it was very unique.
So he told me that there's some good and bad stuff that comes from that, maybe some new musical experiences, but also that you used to fuck with him a lot.
Oh yeah.
Tell me, what do you do when you have that option? Like,
well,
how can you appropriately bully your brother when you have access to his room at all times through a hidden door?
there were some great times, man. These were great times. Yeah, like me and my best friend, you know, like when you're a kid, you have sleepovers with friends. Like, you know, our thing would be to fuck with Mike in the night.
Yeah.
Like he'd be sleeping and we'd go in and we did a few things. Like, you know, we did the shaving cream, you know, thing where you tickle the nose and you know, smash.
Classic can move.
You know, but then we took it further and we would do like weird things, like tape him shut in his like bunk bed kind of deal, like tape the whole thing.
Oh,
so
wow.
That, like with like newspaper, so that when he wakes up, he's in a in a box,
fully enclosed.
Yeah, or we cover him with like a million stuffed animals while he's sleeping, and so he wakes up and he's like, "What the hell?" These are not they're not groundbreaking.
It doesn't get too deep.
I think we tied him up once with like rope. We put fake tattoos on his face.
Great.
Who did?
Is that what maybe caused the real tattoos?
Could be.
You started.
I think it might be a little Freudian thing going on.
You started it.
Yeah.
So I like to end all of these on a negative note.
Okay. Like
So-
down and down stuff.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just really crush everyone's
Yeah.
soul. No, it's more about the fact that somebody out there wants to be you, and you've absolutely misstepped in your career, I'm sure. So help them not make the same mistake. What's the biggest mistake you've made so far in your career?
Biggest mistake I've ever made. Definitely old photo shoots
Yeah.
that were just awful. Like, I remember like there's just one floating around, like of us like on a like bed, and there's like funny toys around, and we're playing with them. Like somebody's biting one. Jaime's playing like a what's that, like a Guitar Hero thing, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, ooh, and my hair's all straightened,
Yeah.
and like looking all funny, and like it's just super lame.
You wish you hadn't done that.
Yeah. Rule number one: just be yourself.
Pay attention to the
When you're doing photos, or when you're in your band, or just anything, just don't try and be something else because you think that that's what's gonna be cool. Just
because that should exist forever.
Yeah.
We talked about this in that all press chat. When something goes on the internet, it's there forever.
Dude, just where would you dig? Do what you want and be yourself, and that will go a long way, longer than all the other stuff that you're trying to do.
All the Guitar Hero guitars.
Yeah, you don't want that. You just want to show people who you are, and that's what they like.
Hey, thanks for doing this with me.
Hey,
I know you had a